Welcome back to the Rising Super Stream, where FF15 Talk is relegated to its own videos, and we only play From Software games now. It's ya boy Liam. Smash that like button and punch me in the fucking face. Today we're playing Déraciné. We're already like partway through, and we're just gonna jump into it, really. That's just how it's going today. That's just how my cables are fucking tangled today. Like, I put this thing down on the ground as softly as I could, and the cables still somehow managed to wind themselves around each other. Oh, okay. Ooh, we are in. Oh, I should turn the light off, shouldn't I? I noticed during the previous stream, after I was rewatching some of the footage, that at some points the camera struggled to focus in real life, like my webcam, probably because of the light sources on the PSVR headset itself. It kind of doesn't look great when that happens, but there's not much I can do about it. Let me put my headphones on. Okay, we are back in the real world now. Let's jack in. Hopefully we have audio. How are my batteries doing? Ooh, you're at 1/3 battery and the other one's at 2/3. Okay. Alright, well, we'll make do somehow. I'll be back out to make sure we have volume right at the beginning. Have there been any Dark Souls Easter eggs yet? Or only Bloodborne? As far as I know, only Bloodborne. Although, I started playing Borderlands 2, the Tiny Tina Assault on Dragon's Keep DLC last night. And although I find Tiny Tina to still be super annoying, there was a great Dark Souls side quest included in that DLC that I found humorous. So, if we're talking about Dark Souls references, let me know if you guys can hear anything, and I will pop back out to check. I'm so glad to be back here. Yesterday I really wanted to play this game, and I kept hassling my girlfriend to play it just so I could watch her. Everything just feels so warm and nice. I love it. Load game or continue. Man, whenever games have a load game or continue, I always want to load. But continue is the right choice, you know? I want to hit load and look at my save files, but I know continue is going to be the most recent one anyway. And I shouldn't be questioning it, I should just hit continue. But I prefer load. Let's continue. Yeah, you can hear the music? Great, great, great. Oh yeah, I saw someone... Oh shit, hang on, let me just grab this off the ground. I saw someone asking the other day... because I torched a USB-C cable connected to my Elgato. How'd that happen? The other day, it got cold in Montreal. I mean, it's been getting cold in Montreal.
Don't you think?
And
a fairy singing through the music.
I'm just gonna pause. It got cold in Montreal, and I jacked the heater way up, and I didn't notice that the cable from my Elgato was like kind of coiled inside the heater by mistake, like it's a baseboard, and it was touching the element. And so I spent like half an hour the other day just resetting my computer, freaking out because shit wasn't working, and I had no idea why. And eventually I was like, let me try different cables. And I pulled the cable up the back of my desk, and it came up like cut, like it was severed, like there was no connection. And I think like it was connected so lightly that it was still detecting it. And the moment I tugged on it, it just split apart. And I was like, oh, well, you know what? That explains things nicely. Fortunately, like, it didn't light on fire. The heater wasn't up so high, I guess, that it could have blown it up or anything. But it was still kind of distressing. Amazon was able to get me some overnight, fortunately.
I'm so glad we went with that song. Only,
Okay, let's play
it
Déraciné.
made me wonder how beautiful it would have been if Yulia were here to sing with us.
Okay, so yeah, did Julia fucking die? Did she die? Because yeah, there have been some mentions of this idea. Boy, this scene looks somber. This is by far the most somber scene, and we're starting right in with it. What a way to begin. Nobody in here. We're going outside. It actually says we've gone outside, be back soon, but maybe this was a limitation of these text boxes. They couldn't put the full text in it. I don't know. Either way, I better take that key. Whatever it's for. Okay, well, here's Yulia. I'll read that in a sec.
Ah, kind fairy, you're here. I must ask you something. You're the only one I can turn to. Please, read the letter.
Do you need souls? Letter from Yulia. A letter written in a gentle script. Dear fairy, I beg of you, go to the forest and save them all. They must not venture beyond the grounds, or they will lose everything. Oh, yeah. Alright. Any hidden dialogue that you got, Yulia? No, okay. Go to the forest. Oh, geez, look, that's open. How you doing? So good. Oh, wow. Okay, well, let's back out of here real quick. That's a whole place. That's a whole thing that's about to happen. Trying to just look for any happenings that have happened. Library's shut. They will lose everything if they go to the forest. We still don't really know why the kids are here, and I think we're about to get to that. Yeah, nobody here. Like, what is their condition? You know, what is... I mean, what is it? that's the full question, I guess. There's my chair still out there. Nobody up here? Nothing in that box? Nothing in that box. Okay, let's fucking advance. I love how quickly you can navigate in VR because, like, head movement is so instantaneous. It's like a mouse, but even more intuitive. Wow, okay, this is a whole thing.
Now I'm going to ask you one more time. Nils, you're certain that you saw Nu alive again?
Yes, I'm sure of it. It wasn't just any mouse. It was Nu. The fairy brought him back to life. To repair the music box.
Now I'm just obsessed with grabbing everything. It's important. Stream still alive, computer not crashed. Yeah! What a victory. Oh, this is a train station. This was the end of the line. Or at least it was the end of that line. And those are docks? Yeah. Oh wow, we get to go down there. I don't know why Rosetta would have hidden coins down here, but she probably did.
I know the headmaster said it's too dangerous to venture beyond the grounds. But we have to save Yulia. We can't just give up.
Oh my god, what is the deal with Yulia?
Fairies give and take the time one has to live. Just like in the story.
So, if we ask nicely, the fairy will bring Yulia back to life?
Well, it's certainly worth a try. But the fairy would need the life of something very large and strong. We're going to go out and find something.
So this was them in the past. They were headed out to the forest to somehow get the fairy to take something's life so that it could give life to Yulia. But in the present, we know that Yulia's... I mean, she seemed alive. So what happens? Oh no, the hat doesn't interact. What a bummer. That might be the first time the hat's not interactable. In fact, none of these kids sitting on the bench seem to have any interactions. That seems to be a dead end, so let me just... You hide any coins over here, Rosetta? No, I can barely fucking see over here. It's so dark.
Watch your step, everyone.
My head is really itchy for some reason.
What is it? Are you alright, Nils?
I hope Nils didn't just die. Oh, oh. The bats can move in the frozen time. Bats are startlingly effective in like any and all VR game. Oh, we're going down. Okay.
This is where the bat startled me, so my glasses should be around here.
Oh, you've dropped your glasses.
Oh, right there. That must be them.
Oh yeah, I see them on the
Fallen
lift.
quite a way. The steps could have got us down, but well, they're broken.
If they're still there on the lift, I guess Nils never got them back. Let me head up first. Which way is oh my god, that keeps going. Okay, I'm gonna assume up is progress then. I get the feeling there might be a coin around here. Okay, so I've got his glasses. Oh shit, that was already half our progress here. Oh, you know what it is? It's probably, if I had to hazard a guess, up is probably progress because they're probably going to call the lift somehow. I was wondering how they'd find a door up there, but it's probably the opposite. They'll probably call the lift and use it to get down beyond the broken stairs, if I had to guess. Or maybe there will just be a door. Oh my god, look. Wow. Okay, well, you know what? We did go down a huge set of stairs at the beginning. And we were in a... Yeah, so I guess we could still just be going just to ground level. Wow, okay. So no lift then. In fact, the lift... Oh yeah, here's the gate for the lift right here. I was gonna say I don't see how you get out of the lift, but yep, right there. Oh. All these gravestones, like, that are destroyed. Oh, look, they've put the cat there on the gate, and here there's just an empty one.
Where are those three?
I like her winter clothes, they look really good.
Mouse. Did something just move?
I can't say. I can hardly see. I'm sorry, Rosa. What a time to lose my glasses. I must be quite the disappointment. Ah, now I can see it. Yes, something's moving.
Yeah, what is that?
Okay, I'll go and see what it is. You just wait here, Rosa.
Was that a
Really?
skeleton man?
Are you sure?
Don't worry, I'll soon return.
Oh, all the
Besides,
characters look so
I need
cute in
you
their
to
winter
help me
clothes.
find my way back. You stay here and call out to me.
I will.
Okay, so let's jump forward, I guess. That did look like some sort of Monster Man thing. I don't know. So 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, so, I mean, that's, you can do a lot in 2 hours out in this eldritch forest. How many rituals did they run? How many baylets were used? Let's find out. Okay, so fence is now open. I wonder if when you finish the game you'll be able to, like, chapter select.
Be careful, Nils. And don't be long.
Oh my god, did they go along this treacherous path? It's not like you could go this way. Where does that bridge even go? I mean, I suppose the mountain was clear previously? I don't know. Oh my god, children, why? Why did you do this, children? Oh my god! No! Oh, I hope they're all okay. Oh my god, it's Rosa. No, Rosa, you shouldn't be up here. I'm fucking screaming internally at this.
Just how far have I come?
Jesus Christ.
Nils, where are you? If you can hear me, say something.
Get off the cliff. He's got a cat to protect himself from a fairy. Perhaps his boots come off, so he was clearly startled by something.
Oh, please. Spare us. We'll leave. We'll be gone for good. Just please, please forgive us.
Doesn't look like I can actually do anything for him now, though. It's Nils over there. Fairies and Trading Time. A tale of fairies is chronicled within this tome. Fairies can transfer lifespans from one thing to another, but only amongst similar vessels. The life of one plant to another, or the life of a tiny creature to one close in size. Larger creatures, of course, can only share themselves with others of their ilk. Hang on. That looks to be Nils's spirit form. And this looks to be his possessions.
Wait, what's that?
Oh my god, that's all you had to say, Nils? Oh no, shit.
A flower blooming.
But now its life
I
is
don't
gone.
believe it. Out in these frigid woods.
So something must have taken the flower's life and his. Or, I mean, he's not there. I don't know if they took his life, but he's certainly not there. And then there's this bracelet. Is this Nils' bracelet? I'm actually not sure. Woven charm. This bracelet delicately woven as a charm for warding off evil. I don't like that. Fuck. This area is pretty cool. I didn't think we'd really get to go outside. Some shit happening, and then someone off over there. Oh yeah, look, there's a light. A building? Oh my god, you can go this way too. This is a large area.
Hey, you two. There's light coming from over there.
You're right. Maybe we'll find someone. Let's find out.
It's worth a try.
And then one of them headed off this way? Oh, it's dead end, okay. No, it's Rosa. So, Rosa and Nils, so somehow they crossed paths. Nils is now a pile. Rosa made it here. And the older kids, Lawrence somehow got back earlier on the mountain with that cat, which I assume they found up there. And the other two are still unaccounted for. Somehow they've all crisscrossed.
Another dead end. Niels, Marie, Lawrence, Herman, where have you gone?
Oh geez. There's an old man, and up there that might also be the old man. I can't quite tell though. Just grab the cat.
What are you doing out here without a cat? Fairies lurk in these parts, children. We can talk later. Hurry, come inside.
Okay, he seems friendlier than his pose.
Unless you want to be fairy feed.
Yeah, somehow I think they ended up with this cat. We don't know the color, but I kind of like this established thing that, yeah, hey, just carry a cat around. Just, you gotta have a cat. Oh man, that's a fucking monster. He's got the wand. Oh, look, his hands are just like mine, so this is a fairy. Give him the old dick twist. Can't seem to. Oh, there we go. God, that's so neat. Over there, there's something glowing on the mountain, too. I don't know if that's relevant, but there's something on that cliff. Oh, jeez. She kind of startled me. Oh, jeez. Everyone's kind of startling me. So they're out to try to save Yulia. Oh no, sorry, that's not Yulia. That is, I don't have my, she's the one whose name I always forget. And I don't have my hint list, my cheat sheet. Oh, we can't actually get in. Oh, maybe I can. Maybe that... I doubt that key's for this. I doubt it. Did I use the key on something? Oh, the key was in the previous chapter. Huh, you know what? Because we picked up a key in the previous chapter, but we never actually used it. So that key must open up a place that probably has a coin that we missed. For anyone who missed the first stream, your items reset after each chapter, presumably because you don't need them anymore. Yeah, that goes all the way around. Knife. What do you got there? A knife! No! The headmaster's razor-sharp knife that Herman quietly whisked away. Venturing outside in search of a living thing will not be without risk. And a torch.
Calm down. Think. If the old man is right, and that's the only evil fairy, then there is a way. But I'd need fire for that.
So they spoke to the old man, I guess. More than just a little. Oh, yeah, you can see his footsteps, too. You could track him back. He came up these stairs. Although his footsteps end here, so I guess they didn't they didn't bring him all the way. God, Lawrence took quite the tumble. With the cat, too.
It can't be. He just withered up and vanished.
Oh my god.
Was it the evil
Are
fairy?
you talking about Nils?
Run away. I have to get away.
Yeah, and then Lawrence would have run down the mountain, I guess, behind Rosa. Maybe he saw it. Oh, no, look. Is this the old man? I don't see... Yeah, here's the cane, so it must be the old man he saw, actually. Old man's notebook, a diary entry from a few days earlier. The cat hisses. There's a fairy that lingers yet, the insatiable fiend. When is it going to leave? I'm sure it would depart if fed enough time, but who would be willing to make such a sacrifice? There's a candle, which I can give to Lawrence. Not Lawrence.
The fairy's stealing my time. Run, children.
Oh my god, Harmon's gonna light the fucking place on fire. There must be a coin here. I can feel it in my bones. Rosa, where did you put the coins? Are you just gonna fucking torch the place? She's still in there. God, the fairy is pretty haunting.
And there was fire. Thank you. You were here the whole time. Oi! Evil fairy! Over here! I'm right here. Take it. Whatever time I have.
Okay, so our clock has advanced all the way now. Yeah, I guess we're not going to see the results of that fairy until the next chapter. I don't feel good about her being in there. I don't know what it is, but there's something haunting about it. I mean, it's just kind of spooky as well. Only an hour later. Again, when you're actively being chased by something, an hour is quite the length of time, though. Okay, so I'm up. Oh shit. Better get a cable set. Oh shit. Looks like Herman got. Yeah, no, at this point, Lawrence's memory doesn't linger here. Yeah, there's someone down there. It could just be the fairy. No, it's not. It's Rosa. Or it's Rosa's past.
I'm sure I heard him somewhere.
Yeah,
over
yelling,
here.
yeah. Yeah, she would have. She was just down there.
Maybe everyone's in that house.
Yeah, there's Rosa. I'm glad these two are safe for the time being. Not that anyone's really safe out here, but...
Rosa,
Oh, sorry, I'll have to re-listen to that other
your
dialogue.
hands are a ghastly red. Rosa, what happened?
Marie, Nils is gone. I went looking for him and heard Herman's voice, and then I found this house. Then I...
Okay, it's okay, Rosa. Calm down. You'll be just fine. They'll be back soon enough. You must have been terribly cold. I think there was a blanket in the back room.
Okay. Thanks, Marie.
Okay, so I got gloves now, too. I don't suppose I can just give the gloves back. Yeah, okay, good. So. In Rhone, gathered around the golden wand. Oh yeah, they said some shit went down in Rhone. There's the wand. There's the cat. I don't know if it's the same cat. And they seem to have this sigil that looks like the wand. Stained photograph. A group photograph of a secretive gathering of adults, smudged with the old man's fingerprints. Yeah, well, he's certainly one of them. Just, again, with some time taken off of him. Fairy utility. A puzzling passage. The moment we become fairies with our golden wands, the world becomes a place of endless possibility. Mistakes of the past will be undone, and the future will only hold what is right. What on earth are we waiting for? My Rhonian colleagues, I say again, what on earth are we waiting for? So they were figuring out how to turn people into fairies. I wonder if that's the purpose of these kids as well. They didn't want to they didn't want to redo the mistakes of Rhone. So I do wonder what transpired that was a mistake. Oh, jeez.
Stop right there, my dear. That time you've got your eye on, it belongs to those girls. It's not for you to muck about with.
Oh, jeez. What a scary sight. Oh, the both of them. Jesus. Oh, watching their clothes fall to the ground like that is really haunting. God, at this point, I think that's most of the kids accounted for.
Marie, where are you? What's happening to me? It's cold. It hurts. Help me. Marie. Kind fairy.
Heavens, no. The evil fairy. Please, no. Run, Rosa.
Oh, Jesus, that's it. Fuck. Man, and they even give you the blanket, you know? As though there's a chance to make something happen. You know? As though there was even a thought that you could possibly intervene. Let me just look around real quick, see where our limits are here. I also want to kind of see if we can get back to Lawrence and if he's doing all right. this fairy just seems to be taking life from everything. Yeah, there's Lawrence. I can still see his cheek, so... Well... Gonna need a moonlight greatsword to take care of a fairy like this. Whoa! A month and 8 days later. Oh, we're still out here. We're not back. I kind of saw this earlier, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be a thing. I don't even know who I'm following at this point, you know? I mean, it must be Lawrence, or maybe Yulia, who you know, appears to still be alive, but... I wonder who that fairy was referring to. He was talking as though talking to a woman? Or a girl? Was she talking to Yulia? Was she talking to me? Rosetta? Oh, this is back behind the locked gate near the train station. The train station is immediately through there. Nobody in here. Coins? Probably shouldn't fuss for coins at this point. This music's far too nerve-wracking. God, I haven't seen anyone. Look, the carpet's all in disarray. Something happened over there. Well, let's look around. Nothing in the study hall. Oh shit. The old man carted his wheelchair back here. Oh, the two cats. Headmaster's spectacles. The headmaster's spectacles, which never seem to be quite level. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that's just in disarray. Someone's definitely been here and made a mess. You know, wind couldn't do this. Infirmary's open. Oh, jeez. what has happened to Yulia? Yulia looks as though she's in the process of getting her time taken. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
I screamed and fled. And now they're all gone. Herman. Marie. I'm so sorry, Yulia. I'm a terrible big brother.
Brooch. I must need something for her. God, she's all hollowed out. Girls' dorm? Yeah. Oh, excuse me. They've written a new note for me. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, the boys' dorm is just totally empty. Fuck, everywhere is totally empty. So it seems like, I mean, we don't even know. Yulia's probably alive, but, you know, to what capacity? Lawrence is probably alive too. Oh yeah, tip book. But even the headmaster seems to be gone. Oh, there's this no entry door still. Flowers are all wilted. Yeah. Lawrence is just trying to, oh my god, look at all these books he's gone through. There he is. So many more books. Oh wow. Everything. Just everything and anything. These stacks are big enough to hide a child's face.
I've come to understand a few things. And if I'm right, the fairy can alter events in the past. Even make it so we never went to the forest. Only... Oh, how ignorant we were of the outside world, of the fairy, of contracts in time.
Maybe that's what's happened to Yulia. She's given up her time repeatedly to try to get the fairy to fix things. Fairies in the stillness of time, a puzzling passage. Fairies exist in the stillness of time and can exert their influence upon it. Changes made while time stands still flows seamlessly from past to present. The seamlessness is the reason that we remain ignorant to their alterations. When a fairy alters an event, we cannot recall it ever being any other way. Kind explains why characters don't act shocked when their glasses magically pop onto their face or what have you. That book is still so well lit. There it is. Saturday, 11th of December. Headmaster's diary. The last page is written in a jittery scrawl. Many moons have passed since you gave yourself to the river. Yulia is dead, and now the children are gone too. If this is the debt for my sins, then heaven forbid I sin ever again. Is it too early to join you, Margareta? Jesus, is Yulia dead? Believe it. Old diary, a message written in a jittery scrawl. Alexis could not be spared from death, but would have lived on as a fairy. But why did you have to die? Why drown yourself in the river, clutching the ring? Have mercy upon me, Margareta, and tell me where I have erred. Jeez. Finally, someone talking about Alexis. Oh, he's got Herman's hat in front of him. And I think he's got the wand as well.
It's all my fault. Such terrors await us outside.
Looks like he needs to shave.
The forest will be our grave. Please. Let's be rid of that key. Forever.
The key? Could that be the little key that Herman had?
I must have dozed off. You fool, Lawrence. Tonight the fairy could very well be here. Dear fairy, kindest fairy, I humbly implore you.
You want me to bring Yulia back to life? Is that where this is going?
Take whatever time I have remaining. Please, use it to spare the others from their fate.
The key. Still can't take it with me, but this is indeed the key that Herman had in his hair the other day. No idea what it's for, and again, can't take it with me, so...
There you are, kind fairy. I beg of you, please help them.
Yeah, Yulia must have given her time to a fairy. She looks just like this. In contrast, all the other children were... I mean, they were vanished, you know?
It's all my fault. Such terrors await us outside. Through the door.
Okay, so now I can travel back in time.
Please.
I'm 99% sure I won't be able to give time to Yulia. Because I'm pretty sure we're supposed to go back in time with this. Yeah. But let's just go see for the sake of knowing. Yeah. Nothing doing. Contains Lawrence's remaining time. The time of one so consumed by the past will enshroud the chronometer in a dim light and deliver a ferry into the past. December 6 p.m. to 22nd October 2 p.m. So well before we went to the forest.
If you've been visited by a fairy, it's customary to provide it with a chair. If the fairy fancies the spot that it's given, it will stay for a very long time. Why don't we ask everyone where they think the chair should go?
Yeah, quite far back.
Everyone can think of a spot, write it down, and we'll gather all the ideas together.
I think it's time to figure out what Lawrence's key is for. Here's the bottle Lawrence was clutching. Here. The stomach medicine. So before that, so maybe Lawrence is using the key somewhere. Herman's key, not Lawrence's key.
His hat will fall into the toilet at that rate.
Okay, so he's near the
I
toilet.
suppose stomach medicine's no match for Julius herbs.
The hat I can take with me, but indeed not the key. Oh, I can flush the key down the toilet, though.
Hey, where's the key?
That key may have been for the
somewhere.
basement, for the path down.
Better not be down the toilet. Then it'll be gone for good.
Yeah, there we go. Such a small change, but that may indeed prohibit them. Blank ballot. Oh yeah, it's blank ballot. Okay.
The headmaster must have gone to bed. I'll have to come back later for the next volume.
A blue book. Nicholas and the Forest Creatures,
Where
right.
did the book go?
Oh. Since I've taken
I
this
thought I had it with
away,
me.
he may tell the young man's adventures that also describe the behaviors and habitats of various animals. Yes, the forest where life abounds. Maybe if I take this away from him, I can discourage him from leaving? I don't know. Just don't know. Yeah, maybe it's more than just Herman that you have to address. Oh, we've gone back real far. Her leg is still injured.
Gotcha! It's not working, is it? If my leg were only better, I could have done it.
Wow, that's real bad. It's the first time we actually get to look at it. Yeah, Lawrence's, Herman's key looks like it would have been right for this lock. Yeah, it must have been it. Here's our...
There we go. The fairy message board is complete.
Yeah, we've seen this before.
Now the fairy needs a place to sit.
Going back in time in any media and undoing horrible things at the cost of undoing all the great things you did together, always something that weighs on me pretty hard.
Little New and I both lost our lives long ago. Perhaps it's time we were taken back, set adrift like this flower.
What the fuck is this? Seafaring sage, a statuette of a seafaring... statuette, okay. Statuette of a seafaring sage that appears in an unfinished tale. It is said to appear in bad dreams to watch over those who attempt to leave. You know, I don't want to be that guy, but this looks like some Bloodborne shit. I guess I'm being that guy.
Isn't it wonderful?
It sounds like
Everyone
it too,
befriending the fairy.
based on the description.
I'm so glad that I'm still here at school. But I know I can't stay forever.
So Yulia's really not supposed to be here. Oh, look, there's someone opening the window in the infirmary, I think. Yeah, New's back to being all fucked up.
A fairy has come to our school. I wish you'd come back instead. No, don't go gnawing at the whole place. I don't look common.
I suppose this is the same scene from earlier, where we put the weeds in their soup.
Done for.
Legal in Quebec.
No. Don't die on me, Herman.
And again, we're already done this chapter, by the way. All of this is just gravy. And boy, there's a lot of gravy.
Oh. What's this on the floor?
feel like this happens very regularly to her.
It must be the headmaster's book. What a frightful title.
The Vanishing
Probably
of
not
Rob's
fit for us to
Forest.
read. Lawrence and Herman were so excited. I'm all finished in the infirmary. I'll go meet them in the classroom.
The Vanishing of Rob's Forest, a description of an unsolved mystery. In the end, the residents of Rob's Forest disappeared, memorialized only by their clothing that was curiously left behind. Following the incident, more recent visitors to the forest were also never heard from again. Something unseen lurks in Rob's Forest, and no reasoned person should go near it. Vanishings continue to be reported to this day. Okay, well, let's just take that away from the kids too then. We gotta protect the children. Any of you kids got a copy of Mortal Kombat? I gotta take that away. Okay. Alright. You're here too. Health record, a short note on the last page. That night we had a rare spring snowfall. Perhaps her ailing heart could take no more. She smiled faintly and gave the last of her time away, without a second thought for her own fate. Yeah, she's right there on the
What
dock.
a nice breeze. I'll have to air the room out more often. Yulia used to love being out in the fresh air, didn't she?
Used to, so they can't see that, Yulia. So has Yulia been dead this whole time then? Bear in mind, we haven't had access to the infirmary until just the most recent chapter. Perhaps she genuinely did pass quite some time before. Which would explain some of the ways they spoke about her. And how she couldn't sing along during the recital, and she just stood in the background. I suppose, yeah, Yulia must have been gone the entire time. Yeah. There's a certain blue tinge to her, but I don't know if that's just the environment we're in. Curiouser and curiouser. October, 2 p.m. 2. Are we going to jump far? Back to December, or are we going to stay close? Yeah, 11th December, 6 p.m. Which, again, they went to the forest in November 3rd. So this would be comfortably after that. This was back when Lawrence gave us his time. Lawrence appears to still be, I don't know.
Sleep now. Are you going to pray again tonight? Oh yes. I'll go a little longer. Ah, don't worry. I'll be fine. Besides, I'm not sleepy yet. You don't need much sleep when you get to my age. It's all my fault. Such terrors await us outside. Through the door. Why didn't we just give up when we couldn't find the key?
Oh, did I not succeed
Why
then?
did we ever force it open?
They forced the door.
I must have dozed off.
So despite all of
You
that,
fool, Lawrence. Tonight the fairy could very well be here. Dear fairy, kindest fairy, I humbly implore you. Take whatever time I have remaining. Please, use it to spare the others from their fate.
broken padlock, the sturdy old padlock that kept the storage area locked, now smashed.
There you are, kind fairy. I beg of you, please help them.
I like how the character's eyes track vaguely in your direction. Even though he can tell. God, that's still so morbid. Okay, so we can head back in time again, but I did see some more new Lawrence ghosts as he continued his research.
I've come to understand a few things. And if I'm right, the fairy can alter events in the past. Even make it so we never went to the forest. Only... Oh, how ignorant we were of the outside world, of the fairy, of contracts in time.
Fairies in the Stillness of Time is the same book indeed, and that was all the same dialogue too, so. Despite everything, we don't seem to have stopped anything. Oh, hang on. We must have changed something then. She's got that book that I had taken away. About the
Vanishings of Rob's Forest. Where was this book before? If we'd read it, we never would have ventured outside.
I remember taking it away, but maybe something happened.
The Vanishings of Rob's Forest. Where was this book before? If we'd read it, we never would have ventured outside.
Kind fairy, I have a favor to ask. Letter, a message written with a practiced hand. Good fairy, I have a kindness to ask. If you indeed can travel to the past, then I beg you help the children. We were fools to ever step foot in Rob's forest.
Divine Mother, please help him. Lawrence blames himself, and now he's hiding something. We were ignorant and made a terrible trespass. And we paid with the lives of some dear friends. But the burden rests on all of us, not just Lawrence. So please, Great Mother, show him that he alone is not to blame. Oh no, we should have given you a proper send-off down the river when we first lost you. Then we never would have ventured
When
outside.
we first lost you.
No. It's not your fault. I'm sorry I said that, little Noo.
Nils note, a summary of conjectures. After the performance, we found New revived and realized what things the fairy was capable of. That's what led us out into the forest. If only I'd washed New's remains down the river like I should have. So I'm kind of feeling like we're going to have to go back to that last chapter we were in. And... Oh! Okay, so I need to take Nils' book away and give Nils the Rob's Forest book. I need to take New and dump New in the river, as Yulia suggested. And... what was the other thing? Flush the key, which I did. Flush the key was probably right all on its own. This is going to be the same Lawrence as before. You know, it's nice because thinking back on it, they actually did give enough hints as to what you have to do. But it was still vague enough that I assumed that maybe just taking the objects away from them would have been adequate. Okay, so let's be a time cop. Let's fix this. Yeah, back to the exact same spot. So I suppose you repeat this loop until you manage to solve it.
If you've been visited by a fairy,
Okay, let's
it's
fucking
customary to
go.
provide it with a chair.
Oh, that's already
If the
flushed?
fairy fancies the spot that it's
Sick.
given, it will stay for a very long time. Why don't we ask everyone where they think the chair should go? Everyone can think of a spot, write it down, and we'll gather all the ideas together.
Fucking ran into my desk. Yeet! I fucking wish you could throw stuff in this game. She does that so knowingly.
Precious lives, return to the currents. May you rest in peace, ever undisturbed by man or beast.
So now New can't come back to life, and unfortunately he has taken the cog away, so they'll never be able to use the music box again, unless they find a new cog. So indeed, you only have to do one of them to have the option to back up. Good fucking thing I didn't put the hand closer to the clock, because I almost did when I was gesticulating just there. I almost warped us back. Oh man, I'm really glad I didn't. That would have been really stupid.
Oh. What's this on the floor?
Wait, where did the book go? I thought I had it with me. Oh, there it is. What? This isn't my book. The Vanishings of Rob's Forest. How intriguing. I'll have to give it a read. Master must have gone to bed. I'll have to come back later for the next volume.
And I still have the hat. I don't think the hat's important. I wish. The only thing I can think here is like there's a flower that's dead. If I had life from something, I could bring life back to the flower. And she reveals her ankle. I don't know where I would get like life or something to fix her ankle. You know what I mean? Despite there's something here, but I am not sure if it's something I actually have to address. The other ones I think were very clear in what you had to do, but this one I just don't know. See here, Rosa appears to be standing up properly. Yeah, she doesn't even have the bandages on her ankle.
Take it. It's much too bitter.
Maybe this is a mistake, because she's missing, she's actually missing the things. Or maybe, oh, you know what? Maybe that's before she hurt her ankle. That's true, it's probably just before she hurt her ankle. Which did happen, after the first day, so. I think, if I remember right. Either way, I'm not terribly sure how to address the ankles, so let's see if we got it. I hope we got it. So back to December 11th. They need to give us DLC for this game that's just Christmas, and you just get to give presents to all the kids. That's it. That's the whole thing. Give gifts to your surrogate children. Hopefully this was enough. There's Rosa in the headmaster's room, so stuff has changed. The book is finally down. I'm glad that was a thing. It was so well framed. Probably what Rosa's reading. Oh boy, we're getting some good shit. Guys, we're getting to the good shit. Rosa's note, a summary of conjectures. If I slip the red ring on someone's finger, I can give them extra time. We could even bring Yulia back to life. So, was the fairy talking about Rosa earlier? About Rosa messing with stuff?
I saw this book once before. Long, long ago. Headmaster got very angry with me and hid it. Why would he put it here? I saw it in a dream on the night of the storm. When one, it adds time to one's life. Why didn't I think of it before? If Yulia were given more time to live, we'd never have gone outside.
Okay, so now we need to bring Yulia back somehow. Sisters held hands as they walked through the dark woods. Sorry, I clipped in too deep. Just as they had in the good old days. Finally, the faint flight of the village... Fight of the village? Might be sight of the village. Oh yeah, that's a oldie English-fashioned S. The faint sight of the village could be seen through the tunnel of trees. Look, we can leave the woods, Anna spoke with renewed cheer. After all, the end of their adventure was finally in sight. But Ileana, what has you so transfixed? Unfortunately, I can't pick up the book.
I saw it in a dream.
So we can go upstairs now there too. But let's see. Okay. So things improved. So before we saved Nils, now we've saved Rosa.
We'd never have gone
Is Rosa's ankle? Rosa's ankle is fine. So things got better, I think. You're still there. You're not interactable anymore, though. That's a ghost of him. So he is somewhere else now. He actually is doing okay. Message written with practiced handwriting. Good fairy, I have a kindness to ask. Yeah, okay.
It's all my fault.
Okay, yeah, it's the same.
Await us outside. Through the door. Why didn't we just give up when we couldn't find the key?
Oh boy.
Why didn't we force it open?
Oh my goodness. It's not only the forest. By the sea, in town, anywhere you can think of.
God, is the world just
There are disappearances
infested with
everywhere.
these fairies? Has the world gone to ruin because of these fairies? I feel like that might be a safe takeaway, but I guess we'll find out. Fabled city of Rhone, here we go. A description of an unsolved mystery. Then within this quiet old academic city, home to many a fairy tale, residents began to disappear, leaving only their clothing behind. The vanishings continued unabashed until Rhone was burned down, its name now all but forgotten. Of course, this was the Rob's Forest. And then Seaside Vanishings, a description of an unsolved mystery. The conditions on the shores of this small inland sea perfectly match Rob's Forest. Not a soul can be found, and more recent visitors to the sea are never heard from again. As terrifying as it is to fathom, this may be only a glimpse into the larger picture, and the vanishings may be spreading. Jeez, what a morbid existence. Yeah, the lock still got forced. Same letter? Yeah. I've got to say, this room has been really underused. Like, it's where you start the game and it's the title screen, but I don't think any events have actually happened in here.
Little bird, thank you for singing at the recital. But if we'd never discovered that you'd come back to life, I suppose we never would have ventured outside.
The bird came back to life now. Did another fairy do this? This is very butterfly effect. You know, there was a light I saw out the window early on in the game that kind of spooked me, and it was kind of orangey. I wonder if that could have been a fairy. It's either a fairy or a lighting artifact. And frankly, I don't know which one it was. It had been like just up on the roof through the window from here. I don't know. Sorry I keep coming up here. I just gotta know. I think we've been doing a pretty good job catching just about everything that happens on every day, so... Just about. We've probably missed a few things, but... I need the knowledge. Okay, let's get going then. So here we are, past this door. Got a little storage area, or at least it's being used for that. Oh, this is where we began the game. Indeed, that was, we started actually over there in the tutorial. And we came through this door. I wonder what significance this area has, if any.
Dear fairy, kindest fairy, I humbly implore you, take whatever time I have remaining. Please, use it to spare the others from their fate.
There's a photo of a baby here, holding the fucking
There you
wand.
are, kind fairy.
Don't give that to a baby. It's not a fucking teething toy.
I beg of you, please help them.
I kind of get the feeling we're gonna have to go back in time a lot further.
I'm disappearing. Aren't I? Somehow, I thought it would be much worse. Thank you, kind fairy.
Okay, 11th December, 6 p.m. Back to, no, 22nd October. So back to that same day. What am I missing? What am I, I mean, I think we're doing it right. What else could I do?
If you've been visited by a fairy, it's customary to provide it with a chair.
Now we're here.
If the fairy fancies the spot that it's given, it will stay for a very long time. Why don't we ask everyone where they think the chair should go? Everyone can think of a spot, write it down, and we'll gather all the ideas together.
I can't help but wonder if the chair is more important than it originally let on. Yeah, the wand is broken.
Heavens, the golden wand has lost its Another trespass. We are blessed
when I hurt
by
my
a
leg,
fairy's
yeah.
visit, and yet
Every night in my dreams, the thing touches my
I
leg.
am not permitted to shave down my time to save one poor girl.
Because we had used his time previously to save Rosa, to keep Rosa from going out. But maybe the answer is to not save Rosa, to save Yulia. Yeah, this seems to be a very short section right here.
Oh, the golden wand is restored. Kind fairy, you have my fullest gratitude. Now, take the wand, and take my time on this earth. Indeed, take my time unto yourself. And please, if you would be so kind, Spare the girl, Rosa, from harm.
Yeah, he does hollow out in the same kind of gray way as they did, but it's much less evident because of his age. Yeah, I don't think you can do everything on the first go around in this loop. I definitely think you're meant to repeat it a couple times like this. February, 11 p.m. Back to this night. Yeah. Yeah, dear headmaster, whom I ask, could a fairy make nails better, and how might we meet one? Yeah, so this is slightly before or slightly after. Faded photograph. A young woman cradles a baby, smiling lovingly. Many blessings from Margareta and Alexis. Huh, so Alexis was probably the baby then. What if that's the same baby that was clutching the wand earlier?
What are you hiding? Nothing.
She's got a key there too.
Strange. Really is nothing.
Okay, I believe you, Rosa. But let's go to sleep now.
Key to the back door leading outside. Unlocks the door. Okay. So now Rosa won't be able to get outside. And that seems... Okay, that's not enough. Okay. I heard the clock go, and all these chapters have been like one-step chapters, so... And then the book. Unseen Fairies, Book 2, Book of Short Stories. Oh, actually, we did read this one earlier.
What if Nils gets well tomorrow and you haven't had any rest? He'll be awfully disappointed. You promised to practice music together, right?
Yes, we did. He said that I'm a perfect fit for the triangle.
When a person has a bad dream, Fiona appears and helps them flee. Of course, the whole thing was like, there was a monster in her dream fucking her up. So I wonder if that's actually real or if that's just, you know, her childhood wishes. The belief that, you know, a stuffed animal will keep you safe in the night. You know? What are you doing down there, girl? roof's open tonight. Okay, we can't actually go down there like we could in the previous chapter. Why is the roof open tonight? I don't see anything. Curious indeed. Maybe it's nothing. Yeah, Nils is still sick.
He's still burning up. I thought the fever remedy would help. Maybe it's a bad dream.
What's going on down this way again today? Oh, yeah, right, okay. Yeah, we came from that direction.
Divine Mother, I implore you, please remove the thing that afflicts Nils and help him recover.
Here's your little brooch, it's still there. I wonder if this means anything. It's a little kid sitting along a flower. And here's Nils' bracelet.
Wait, where's the bracelet? Maybe it was a fairy. Oh, what am I thinking? I must have just left it somewhere like usual.
It's a charm for warding off evil. What if I give that to Rosa? I don't think Nils needs evil warding off. Damn, that was wishful thinking. Can I give it to anyone?
Oh, I think he's feeling better. Good. Maybe the bad dream has passed. I wonder why Lawrence hasn't come back yet. He said he went to give a river prayer.
No, we can go to the river now
But
too.
I thought Rosa borrowed the key this afternoon.
Right, the key. Oh,
Oh
so
shit, sorry.
right, the key's gone. Maybe I handed it to someone. I was so rushed today. even sure. Oh, it's open. I suppose it wasn't locked.
I kind of like that, how when the fairies do something, the kids legitimately can't perceive that something changed. Yeah, there's something down there. Oh, the red ring. This must be the one that Rosa took. Jesus, look at this. Bones broken right through. I can take the life from the ring. Oh, I didn't get to examine the bracelet I picked, or the necklace I picked up. Shit. Because the chapter just forcibly ended. Well, let's keep an eye out and see if we see someone wearing a necklace like that. It was like a choker. Kind of like Nose's bracelet, but indeed worn around the neck. Okay, 22nd October, 2 p.m. Still, okay. Okay, so I already have a red ring. A double helix red ring glows with a robust warmth that recalls life itself. But one red ring is quite enough. Fairies simply cannot put on a second. Yeah, who's this going to? The body, perhaps? What do you got there?
Oh.
You always got something.
What's this on the floor? It must be the headmaster's book. What a frightful title. Probably not fit for us to read.
Kind of the same dialogue as the one
Lawrence
before
and
us.
Herman were so
Or similar,
excited.
anyway. Yeah,
I'm
this
all
is
finished
same.
in the infirmary. I'll go meet them in the classroom.
Blood and bones. Oh, jeez. Not Bloodborne. Oh my god. He's like wearing the hunter's claw almost. Jeez. Not Bloodborne. Don't worry. It's not Bloodborne. Prose of some terrible tale. This fabled land of gold, silver, and sacrifices owed both its rise and fall to its inhuman warriors. They applied face paint brewed from blood, giving them the strength of the gods, and carved up their own bones, crafting the weapons of the gods. Yet their legacy is neither here nor there. Jeez. That's pretty morbid. Descriptively, it is a little different from Bloodborne too. But intriguing. I wouldn't read too much into it.
What's happening? I'm alive again.
She knew she died.
Kind fairy, Do I have you to thank for this?
Oh, I've clipped into her hands. She's clipped her hands into me. Okay, so have we prevented the kids from going to the forest? Now that Yuri is alive, I don't see a reason for them to need to go to the forest at all. 3rd November. Could that be the day of the performance? In the music hall? Not sure.
Yulia, you really are alive. You really have come back to us. I can hardly believe it. I missed you every moment you were gone. You know, it's all thanks to the fairy. I'm glad to be back, Marie. But I was never far away. I didn't miss a thing. Welcome home, Yulia.
Kind of distressed that I haven't found a single coin this stream. I know there are more important things, but I was hoping to find them all.
But before she sleeps, she has to tell me some stories about the fairy. I'll be sure to ask her later. There, that does it. Yes, it's perfect. And so soft. Yulia is sure to sleep soundly now.
Yeah, here's the vocal bit. The song. Sure enough, it was totally Yulia.
Oh, Herman, sleeping in the tree again. It looks so relaxing. Maybe I'll ask him to teach me how to do it. But if I toss and turn...
Something exceptional. Book 2, Echo. Oh man, you can examine Echo objects? Fuck, we probably missed a few then. Tale of Fairies is chronicled within this tome. Ah yes, young girl who sees fairies. Do you see what it means now? The only special kind of time is that which governs your own lifespan. We all want to live longer, but they who dare borrow the time of another will turn themselves into something else entirely. However, this is a mere illusion, drawn from memory. My darling niece, Rosa. Dated photograph. A gentleman wearing glasses who is well into middle age, but cradling a very young girl. So possibly the headmaster? Exotic herb recipes, Echo. Large book containing notes on cooking. I believe we actually read that earlier in the game.
I'll have to tell Yulia the truth about her herb stew. I feel bad for her, but she needs to know. I'm not the only one. We have to stand firm.
I hate it. They hate it so much.
I knew books were heavy, but this is too much. Serves me right for volunteering.
kind of wish more stuff happened at the top of the clock tower. I've come up here so many times and it's always empty.
That's about halfway done. I'm a pretty handy scrubber, but Herman's even better. He's quick as lightning and always does a perfect job.
Yeah, as of now, there's still been absolutely nothing up here either. Makes me think there's a coin, but I have no idea where. I don't believe we found anything up here last time we came. God, I'm so curious. Okay, who's fucking naked? Or did a fairy come to the house? Oh my god, there's more clothes all over. Also, the music's just stopped. It's true, we only saw echoes upstairs. Oh god, this is so much worse. Kind fairy, thank you. Yeah, those same illustrations by Herman.
What a nice day. We won't all fit up here. But maybe the garden. I'll have to invite them all later. If only every day were just like today.
Oh god, don't say that! Herman, no! You didn't know. You weren't aware. Yeah, that door's open. We're gonna have to move to the music hall. What is that? Is that Yulia? There's something there on the bridge behind the ivy-covered tower. Pillar. If I could at least find a coin, I wouldn't feel altogether terrible. But right now, I'm sure not feeling good about this situation. Oops. Research findings. A summary of research findings on fairies. Humans who have become fairies claim life to travel to the past, likely their human instincts at work. A person who is not obsessed by the distant past may prove an exception. Perhaps a newborn baby would make an ideal candidate. Ah, so are we perhaps playing as Alexis? Hence, I'm not obsessed. Could that be it? Newborn baby Alexis was chucked in the river to make some sort of impartial fairy. I wonder who that being was who we snatched the ring from in the water though. Julie's tasked with cooking. It would be cute if this weren't such a horrible scene. Both of them.
I'm so sorry. I lost my life, but I refused to say goodbye and became a wicked fairy. I deserved it.
Could that have been Yulia then? Also, the nest is gone, upon which they had laid new. Oh look, there's a gap in the floorboard here where you probably could have seen that coin earlier. Smart. Oh look, they played music in there. They're all on stage. This is the headmaster's stuff. Is this all his? Research findings. This is number 1. Summary of research findings on fairies. Humans who become fairies are a threat. In their trance, they will claim the remaining time of others. They do this to travel to the past. This drive is likely instinctual. Who is not obsessed with the past? I guess there's a pretty good chance that that fairy was Yulia then. Oh no! The collar worn by the dog, Danny. How horrible. Yulia looks real different right now.
Florence, Herman, Marie.
This is one of the thin rings they wear on their fingers.
Rosa.
What do those do?
Now, all I can see are your memories. I'm so sorry. You endured so much because of me. Kind fairy? Are you there? Please, bring them back. They're gone. All of them. I stole their time on this earth. I'll turn evil again soon. Before I do, take my remaining time. Use it to rescue them.
Fairy's brooch, a brooch decorated with the figure of a fairy sitting by a flower, worn and silky to the touch. I don't know why I never examined that. Hand-woven ring, a handmade accessory that Yulia wore. This gift signifies the bond formed between the children, despite being born of different parents in different towns. So she removed it from herself, not feeling like she could remain part of their group.
as gentle as you.
Oh, they're gone now.
Thanks,
Well,
Herman.
man, this chapter got really sad. So I don't think Yulia was the one in the forest. I think the forest one may have been a different one then. The one referred to in the book, or one of many referred to in the book. Either way, it seems like fairies are an absolute blight. So 1st of June, midnight, which I think is as far back as we can go. Or not as far back as we can go, as far back as we've ever been. Oh, wow. The tutorial's like a canon time. Now we can go down here too. Because I remember, yeah, the headmaster's here now too. So is this just before the tutorial? Note written in a gentle script. Headmaster, I'm going to borrow the golden wand. I'm very sorry to break my promise, but I just want to see Alexis again. We did find the golden wand in that bed. Fucking do it one last time.
Every new fairy gets a little gift. Find the golden wand and touch it with your hand.
So did I take her life then? Okay, so I remember when we came here the first time, I commented on how the blankets were turned up so they wouldn't have to, model flat blankets. But as we've seen through the game, that's not the case. There are flat blankets. So why was it that we couldn't see the humans at the beginning of the game? Which appears to be the deal. They were all invisible to us. This is the same book that was there. That means we must have killed Yulia on the first day. We must have taken her time, rather. Yeah, and we're without rings, so this was indeed where we got the
This red ring is a gift given to fairies. Try putting it on your right hand.
Since we've just taken her life, we get to go back in time again, though. Yeah. 17th September, which would have had to be the year before then. Quite a distance back. So that wasn't as far back as we get to go back in time.
Fairy, kind fairy, can you hear me?
Right.
If my voice travels
This
to the
scene.
place where time stands still, then please, won't you be friends with us? Please?
Yeah, this is all the same right now.
Will they believe me, I wonder? If the fairy makes the flower bloom as a sign and I go to tell them.
Now, hold this little life firmly in your right hand and use it to fill your red ring with time.
I suppose for the time being, I have to just keep going along with it. Part of me feels like the right answer is to not participate, you know? Just never reveal that there's a fairy at all. But at the same time, I feel like that's not the case. Just with how the game's going, you know?
Oh, hands off those grapes. They're for the fairy. Besides, you've had your nibbles, haven't you?
Who are you talking to? You talking to New? I don't know who she'd be talking to, but hey. I guess let's participate. Oh, yeah, she can. Is there anything else? Any other plants or anything I could put this into? I don't think so. I think right now we just have to kind of keep bearing with it.
Now, grasp this withered life securely in your right hand and use the red ring to bestow it with time.
Kind fairy, I'm so happy to meet you. Thank you for giving me a sign. My name is Yulia. Will you be our friend?
See, like, I almost feel like the right answer there is no, you know? Makes, like, is this a full time loop? I don't know. Oh, wow, look at this. Did I mess something up, possibly?
Yulia, you really are alive. You really have come back to us. I can hardly believe it.
Okay.
I missed you.
So this is meant to be the finale.
You know,
How do we
it's all
act on
thanks to the
this?
fairy. I'm glad to be back, Marie. But I was never far away. I didn't miss a thing. Welcome home, Yulia.
Yeah, we're missing one trophy yet. I wonder if what's in the safe could be more important than I think it is. You know? Otherwise, what if we simply missed? Any thoughts, guys? What do you guys think? I'm a little... Just don't accept the ring? Maybe.
Kind fairy? Are you there?
I don't know if not accepting the ring is a valid choice, but well, we'll see.
Please, bring them back. They're gone. All of them. I stole their time on this earth. I'll turn evil again soon. Before I do, take my remaining time. Use it to rescue them. Thank you, kind fairy. They're in your hands. If only I could have been a fairy as gentle as you.
You can still go to the past here. We do actually have free movement around. Yeah, I don't suppose we can do anything. Let me grab the baby. Okay, well, I suppose let's try going back then.
Every new fairy gets a little gift. This red ring.
Right. Let's have at it. Take a bow.
It was my pleasure, Lawrence.
Thank you very much.
Isn't your
Would you
beetle
like to be
majestic,
taken back to
Rosa?
the school now, sir?
Such
Yes,
a
please.
beautiful timbre.
Do you think so? Lucky me. I can't believe how good you are at violinimery. Did you bargain with the devil or something?
Wow, someone's improved. Must have really been putting in the hours. Hey, Nils.
Well, I did what I could. But if I've improved at all, it's thanks to Marie.
You haven't missed a beat, Nils. I doubt even you would recognize you were playing.
Is someone there? Are you a fairy? Thank you for your gift that night. I hope we can meet properly one day. Well then, goodbye, kind fairy.
God, what a positively melancholy story, right? I am impressed at how much they make you care about the kids, as I expressed in the last stream. At the beginning, I was like, yeah, never gonna remember these kids' names, and by the end I was like, oh my god, they're all dying, this is horrible. Yeah. So I guess they live in this horrible From Software world where everywhere around the world there are fairies, probably, and the fairies do these horrible things and just vanish people and take their lives, and I'm not, maybe I need to get my hands on whatever's in the safe, but I still wonder exactly what the purpose of this place is with the headmaster. He's a headmaster, which implies, you know, he's teaching them and taking, well, you know, simultaneously taking care of them and such. I wonder, you know, if they were just brought here because it was safe, or, you know, because they wanted to try to make more fairies. I suspect the fairies thing, make more fairies thing, because of the whole, hey, we probably dunked Alexis to make the player's fairy, you know. I'm trying to think it all through. They have 2 anonymous people credited for facial capture. How odd. Look, there's the doll again. What's the deal with the doll? So we still are missing a bunch of coins too, which we can try to go find. Or maybe, you know, maybe we could just look up a list. I actually don't think I mind too much, if that's the option. It's sad, though. Kind of a nice little, like, self-contained story. Definitely not as grand as any of their other things, but I do like some of the implications on the world at large, again, with, like, hey, there's fairies everywhere and everything's pretty horrible. I don't know, I liked it on the whole. Not a whole lot to say. It's pretty light on gameplay. Like, it may as well be a visual novel, you know. But it was really nice. It was a, like, I don't know, cute, sincere story about all these kids who care about each other. It's just nice, I guess, you know? The narrator might be Abigail, Alexa's mother. I mean, possibly. The narrator could be someone, I suppose. Oh, did she make her awful leaf soup? I like all these little shots of the kids just doing stuff. Where is she looking at? Can't tell. I hope getting all the coins isn't an absolute hassle, though. Like having to play back through and go through all the chapters again to get to certain parts. It'd be cool if there was a chapter select, but somehow I think I'm gonna have to go through it all again. Oh, I loved Herman's hat shenanigans. How he just put everything under there, I thought that was great. Man, even the dog got murked at the end. So we're not meant to believe that the forest fairy was Yulia, right? Yeah, in the end, I don't think that was Yulia. But honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. Give me 1 sec real quick. Babe, if you don't want to get spoiled on Déraciné, you should put your headphones on or something. Because I just finished it. Okay? I'll be too. Yeah, we never played the xylophone thing either. With the mallet. I don't know if that actually does anything, but... Kind of waiting until after we finish the credits to jump into talking about shit more. Because these credits are actually really nice. Oh, look, he's at the river, dumping him in. Yeah, the thing that makes me, you know, hesitant to say that the one in the forest was her is is its form, right? I mean, we don't know any rules about what forms they have to take, but it didn't look anything like her, so... I think it's nebulous, and I'm not sure it makes a difference, you know what I mean? Like, if it was her, then she gets them all. If it wasn't her, then it gets them all, you know? So I think it doesn't make a huge difference. Here's that basket of sandwiches finally getting used. I need that Christmas Day DLC so I can give them all presents. There's that flower from the beginning of the game. Thanks, Oodle. I don't know what tool that is. Is this the first From Software game on Unreal Engine? Might be.
Yes. It was all thanks to the fairy. I was ailing in bed and tried to give the last of my time to the fairy. But at some point I nodded off. And then, in a dream, the fairy drained every drop of time that I had. But as quickly as it happened, the fairy gave it back. It was my time, for my life. And it felt so very warm. I'll never waste a moment of it again.
It's kind of a nice message to end it on, too. Oh, wow, and look, everything pauses as though we've entered the frozen time again. Oh, look, and we got all the trophies. Completed game data saved, returning to the title menu. It's kind of a nice message to end it on, you know. Don't waste time, you only have so much time. You'll never get more time, so don't squander it. You know, not the deepest thing in the world, but something that definitely rings true for all of us. Yeah, where does continue plop us at? Okay, let's look up those coins. Let's find those things. So, yeah, I mean, I guess she was ailing and sick, and we just... I don't know if we restored her health. That's unclear to me, but we at least made her reassess, I guess. Maybe despite the fact that she's ailing, that she shouldn't, you know, that she should still try to... Oh, look, we're back at the beginning. That she should still try to live. I don't know.
Aren't you excited? You're going to be a fairy.
Might be a pain to get the coins.
And live in the world
if we're back at the beginning of the game.
When nobody can see what you're up to ever again.
Unless they're in really easy spots, this doesn't seem like it's going to be straightforward. So one's in the tree. One's in, oh yeah, the library upstairs. So one is in the library upstairs. Or it's on a bookshelf anyway. The screenshot does not make it clear if it's the library or if it's just some bookshelf. Yeah, so here the chair's empty. You can't see their clothes or anything. I wonder if there's a reason for that, or if we're just supposed to accept that for some reason the fairy couldn't see well, you know? There's fog everywhere, too. Oops. I got really close to the screen, didn't I? Yeah, we're really locked onto the past right now, too, so...
Every new fairy gets a little gift.
Yeah. They all are tucked into bed.
And touch it with your...
Damn these cables. Wireless VR is going to be so good, guys. I have to look at a video, by the way. Nobody's done a text list as far as I can see. So, there's one on a bookshelf somewhere. There's the one on the rafters, which we got. There's one on the roof. I think that's where that is. One... God, I can't fucking identify where this one is from this screenshot alone. Oh, the guy's made a nice text list. There we go.
Did you know?
Up the ladder in the bookshelf.
Fairies need 2 rings.
Okay. Clock tower. Oh, yeah. Clock tower on the roof. Where you previously got the herb from the dog. Underneath Yulia's bed. Jammed under the no entry door on the 2nd floor. And there's one for playing the marimba in just the right way. Fuck. Okay. Unfortunately, the marimba... This might not be quick, guys. Fairies and Trading Time Echo. A Tales of Fairies is chronicled within this tome. Fairies can transfer lifespans from one thing to another, but only among similar vessels. The life of one. Yeah, we've read this one.
Have you ever heard of the fairies? Wondrous creatures who live in a world where time stands still.
So most of these are pretty easy to get and pretty quick to get. It's really just going to be the marimba one that kills us a little bit. Up the ladder in the bookshelf. I'm not sure where that one is, but hey. Yeah, this is going to be as speedrunny as it gets. I gotta say, like, we got the platinum trophy. I'm surprised one of them wasn't for collecting all of the coins.
Fairy, kind fairy, can you hear me? If my voice travels to the place where time stands still, then please...
Hold this little life firmly in your right hand. And use it to fill your right brain now. Grasp this withered life securely in your right hand. And use the right...
Yeah, unfortunately there are going to be a bunch of scenes like this that we can't skip. You can't open up the chronometer during these.
I'm so happy to meet you. Thank you for giving me a sign. My name is Yulia. Will you be our friend?
I do hope all my coins are saved. I imagine they will be, but... So now we're at the poison the soup day, I think.
Now, listen closely, everyone. You all have to look after your herbs. You need to hide them somewhere.
Is that a weed? I'm calling the police.
This stew tastes a little bitter.
Oh yeah, I can't get to that door yet. Let me just remind myself real quick. Any that I can get right now? Up the hole in the tree, up the ladder, in the bookshelf. In the bookshelf is a weird way to say that. Up in the clock tower, we got that one. The roof, we got that one. Herb, yeah. Okay, Yulia's bed is probably the first one. So Yulia, marimba, bookshelf, and the no entry door. Okay. Oh, my controller died. That was what that was. That's no good. Does she not have a weed?
Just a few more windows to open.
Or does someone else have her weed? Yeah, your weeds are both in here, right? Okay, while this memory is playing, I'm gonna go get a cable so I can charge the other controller, because we're gonna need it. Where did I put the controllers? Okay, so that was another weed. And the dog's got a weed. Fuck, it's a shame about that marimba one, because that one really seems to be further in the game than the rest. For some reason I can't rotate. Oh, okay, there we go. Couldn't rotate in that direction. I think the rest of them are accessible relatively early on, but I should also just check to make sure it's actually kept my coins. Oh no, it hasn't kept my coins. Oh, motherfucker, are you serious? Jesus, what a pain. Can I just grab it from here? No, you can't. You actually have to look that up. Now, it said up the bookshelf was what it said, I believe. It was really not specific. Oh my god, look, I never noticed that. This ladder totally has a spot on it. There we go. And you know, the hint even told us when climbing ladders, be careful, and I just assumed we weren't there yet, you know? I didn't think I had missed one.
Thank you, kind fairy. You're really here.
So, what am I missing then?
Please read the letter
The clock
very
tower,
carefully. Then
which
we
I'll
can
get
have
when I
some
go back
fun
up
with
there.
everyone.
And the one under the dog. Okay. Oh, we have watched so many of these scenes until he finally dies at the end.
No, this does taste bitter. Oh no, I remember this flavor.
So Yulia's already dead at this point, too. Okay, so I need the key to the box upstairs, which... Fuck, where was the key? She gave her weed to the dog for some reason. But Lawrence had his weed on... not Lawrence. Herman had his weed on his head. Oh, yeah, you got the key in your pocket. That's what it was. Oh, I gotta move your hand.
What? The bookmark I had here has gone. No, I must have left it upstairs. Is this the sort of thing that makes people believe in fairies? No mistake. The key to the box is gone. I can't believe it. The fairy is real.
Good fairy? You're here, aren't you? I'm so glad to meet you. I'm Rosa. Please, kind fairy. Please be friends with us.
Yeah, so they want to be friends so they can try to get Yulia back, I guess. Mamma mia!
Oh, I'm sure of it now. These are Julius herbs.
That's why everybody has fucking herbs in a necklace. I always found it weird. Why would they wear fucking herbs, right? Like, what kind of will does Yulia have that she can impose people to wear, like, herb necklaces? And the answer is she was fucking dead. That's why. So they wore them in her memory. God, that makes so much more sense now, actually. Oh, did this fucking El Gato die? No, it didn't. Is everything okay? Seems like there was a video problem a few seconds ago in the chat, or maybe a few minutes ago even. Chat's not exactly flying. Oh, getting a little choppy? Unfortunately, that'll be the internet, yeah. Yeah, I can see what you mean though on the little chart on Twitch. The internet did dive. Okay, well, I'm glad it's better now.
If you've been visited by a fairy, it's customary to provide it with a chair.
If the fairy fancies the spot that it's given,
Okay, so
it
we're
will
back at the
stay for a
chair, so
very
maybe
long time.
this isn't gonna be quite as bad as I
Why
thought.
don't we ask everyone where they think the chair should go? Everyone can think of a spot, write it down,
The girls'
and we'll
dorms are
gather
so
all
closed,
the
unfortunately.
ideas together. Oh. What's this on the floor?
Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, you can't quite look under the door at all. Even though there's a little gap, there's just not enough space to look under. God, I wonder if you never actually get to go in there. Because the hint book said, doors that shouldn't be opened are awfully tempting, aren't they? Yeah. Come on. But you can't, because your head just clips into the floor and then it blacks you out. I don't think there's anything to see. Okay, we're back at 4. Oh yeah, I need the cat thing.
Gotcha! Well, that didn't work. How will the headmaster meet the fairy now? If my leg were only better, I could have done it.
I still find it fucking wild that, like, modern From Software games and, like, Miyazaki's shit is meant to, like, default to English. Considering, as far as I know, he's not particularly great at English. That still impresses me a lot. So somehow she appears in this spirit form, and I guess cats can see them. That really, I guess, yeah, that's a good play.
Thank you.
How they make the cat interact with her.
Good one.
Because then it's like,
Now
yeah,
the
she's got to see her.
headmaster can meet the
She's got to be
fairy.
alive. Not
And
that we
ask
suspected
about
it at
that
all
favour
early
of
on,
his.
but hey.
Oh, the golden wand is restored. Kind fairy, you have my fullest gratitude. Now, take the wand, and take
I
my
can't
time
wait.
on this earth.
I'll do it quickly.
Indeed, take my time unto yourself. And please, if you would be so kind, spare the girl, Rosa, from harm.
Oh yeah, now we're just going back to finish coins. That's exactly it. We're halfway to finding literally a Bloodborne 2 confirmation letter signed by Miyazaki himself. Exactly. That's it. Anything else would be an absolute disappointment. I do wonder what it's going to be. Because it's probably just going to be like a photograph. You know? I don't think it's going to be something of huge significance. But The mystery still demands to be answered. Where was the medicine again? Oh, Lawrence had some. Maybe I've remembered the order incorrectly.
Oh, I know.
Wait.
Yeah, now he's gonna
There's
pop up
another
with
use
medicine.
for this fever remedy.
I also, yeah, I've mentioned this before, but I appreciate it more in hindsight now that we're replaying stuff. The whole concept that the kids can't tell when the fairies mess with something. It just seems as though stuff was normal.
Yulia was right. Pleasant dreams, Nils.
So one of them was under Yulia's bed, but don't know if I can get to Yulia's bed anytime soon. I hadn't considered how much of an issue this might be. Let me see in the video where exactly it's placed. Oh my god, this guy is just flailing on the marimba in this video. It's under there. The video is not super clear, but he just says underneath the bed of Yulia. It is incredibly dim. Let me just recenter my camera a little further back and we can just try. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get this one anytime soon. Because where's the floor at? The floor's here. Shit, that might be only later in the game, unfortunately. So we need to get the medicine to put her to sleep. Which I had thought we'd take his medicine. Oh no, we take Herman's medicine, don't we?
Oh, that light must be the fairies' ring.
Oh, you know what? You're right. It thank you guys in chat. It could totally be the bed in the infirmary.
I know it.
The one where her body is actually, like, you know, in it. I still wonder who that is with the red ring down there. Maybe we'll get an answer to that? I don't know. I was never clear. I didn't examine the necklace correctly, did I? It's true. We don't get to go to the infirmary for a little while, though. Either way, I'll check both beds whenever we get a chance, so... Oh yeah, no, I know it's the cadaver, but I mean, yeah, who is the identity of the person? Because, yeah, Margaretta's my best guess, but how does that work, you know? Was Margareta able to go through the river and cross back into life, you know? I don't see it. I feel like I have a really good look right now, too. But I can check the other side as well. At a glance, I don't see a coin, though. Yeah. Okay. It's probably under the other bed, then. Also, I think I just fucking ran over a cable again. Yep. There we go. So infirmary is going to still be locked for a while. Shit.
Oh. What's this on the floor?
So is there just nothing in the upper library? Because if I remember correctly, there's literally nothing there. Especially now that we actually just know where all the coins are.
Gotcha!
Fucking wrecked.
Nobody home. Pooh.
Oh, yes. I have to give this slip to Lawrence. The fairy absolutely needs to know about this spot.
Yeah, look. She's hiding here behind these books that are big enough to cover a child's face. It's not like she can be seen anyway.
Thank you, kind fairy. I'm glad you're back. Please take Herman's chalk and mark the spot that you'd like. They could surely use your help.
One of Danny's dog toys. God, this thing's huge.
Everyone's having more trouble than expected. There are just so many great choices.
Yep, there's the key. Can I just pick one right away? I kind of want to pick River of Prayer again because it was the one I liked. But what were the other ones again? Chapel decking and upstairs in the library. You know what? I like the chapel decking. Oh, upstairs in the library. I guess that's its only significance in the game is if you put the chair there.
Oh, here it is. The chapel decking, Herman. Oh, right. It's had that nice armchair there for a while, hasn't it?
I kind of like the whole
The
pick your
headmaster
seat
said
thing,
could be
even though it
left
doesn't
out.
have much purpose
I
in the game
suppose
itself
they mean
in terms
the
of like gameplay
spotlight
mechanics
next
or
to it.
anything. It helps build the mythology, I feel, around fairies. It's a cool concept. Chapel decking. I guess I actually have to put them all on first.
Oh, is there another? Upstairs in the library, Herman. I bet this one's Nils. He used to hide away and read up there all the time when he was little.
still love in From Software games how everyone speaks with this kind of hushed dignity, you know? Metal Wolf Chaos aside. I guess it's not all their games, but anyway, the Souls titles and
Did you see that,
this,
Lawrence?
for sure.
Cool, I certainly did.
Nobody
The
speaks at full
fairies made a
volume.
decision.
Nobody belts it out, you know? Just hush, calm, and dignified. It's a really unique feel. It's a good way to make you feel really sad when you see it during all the bad stuff that happens. Yeah, no kidding. Kind of like the Great Equalizer. As long as they're speaking quietly, you're gonna feel sad about it.
Now that the fairy's chosen a spot, maybe we should celebrate.
How about a recital?
Okay, so we're already at the recital. So
Or we
actually,
could
this
play
is
a
going a
beautiful
little
song
quicker
for the
than I
fairy.
thought.
Oh, let's.
But the music hall's locked, and the headmaster won't be opening it for quite some time.
Oh,
Did my load just get a little lighter?
Still gonna take us quite some time to get to the infirmary, though, since that indeed seems to be where the coins is.
Oh, my triangle. But where's my beta? It's so cute. I was showing it to everyone, and then I put it away somewhere safe.
Yeah, and the lobby, I believe, never got anything either. There isn't even a coin in the lobby. So I'm unclear on the purpose of the lobby as well. Was this an area we could have picked for our chair? I think it may have been. Still got her cute note here. Oh, wait. Oh no, her stick doesn't appear until later. You remember the window opening stick? She's got that. I don't know where she's hiding it right now. But once we wake her up with the triangle, it appears. I was thinking I could just go back and get it now, but...
Ah, my beta. Listen to it.
Yeah, now
sing.
she's got it. Ah, so she walks over from somewhere else, right?
Rosa,
That's
up
what it is.
here. That sounded wonderful. I almost fell asleep when the sound of your triangle woke
Oh, maybe it
me.
had been by the window.
I'll open the windows and be right there.
Probably not.
Won't be a
They
moment.
probably want you to see this scene.
Yeah,
so-
okay. I'll be waiting, Marie.
Oh, of course. That's why Julia here also, she calls up to the... She's playing with Danny here, since animals can see ghosts. And Julia calls up to them and says she won't be able to catch them. That certainly explains it. Yeah, so... You gotta rip your bottom.
Herman, can you read?
Look at that.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that was close. I thought I was done for.
Did I get Danny's coin? The one that was under the
Almost there.
balcony?
Can you get it
I
open?
don't think I did. I should go back and get that.
Just need to give it a tug and... Got it. The window's open.
Oh, perfect. Now we can open the music hall.
Is that it? Is that done? Yeah, okay, so let's not advance yet, though. Because I don't think I got Danny's coin. I know it's not really his coin, but it's the one where he lay. Yeah, there it is. What are we at now? 6? 5. So we're missing Yulia's bed, the xylophone, and on the roof. Right, the roof. Let's go do that now then. A little bit of a pain to get back up to the roof, but can't be helped. Oh, you know, earlier, by the way, on our first playthrough, at some point I took the tissue and I was stuffing it up all the characters' noses, and they were all somewhat reactive to it. And I commented on how Yulia didn't have an animation. Maybe that was a mistake. Indeed, no mistake. She's not real, so how could she have reacted to it? So here we should be able to get at least the xylophone. Yeah, nose foreshadowing. It's true, but it's true though. Like, it's super true. We literally did it on every character, and they all reacted. I believe, including the headmaster, if I remember right. So that's actually done well. That's a really, really small detail, like a wildly small detail. I would think most people would not even try, which is fair, because why would you, you know? I'm impressed that they even have that in the game. It's so needless. And I mean, you know, that's one of the things that makes it satisfying, of course, but nonetheless, it's so needless.
Oh, you're here, kind fairy. Thank you. They will be very pleased. But you might be a little early.
The characters
They're still
only
getting ready.
try to meet your eyes and look at you when you take their
Wait
life
just
from
a
them.
moment, okay?
When I took Lawrence's life a bunch of times, he would always like look at me as he died, and like his eyes would track when I moved around. That's super nice. Okay, so we need the 2 cogs. We also need the mallet. I don't believe we need to examine his face. He has the music under his... yeah. Was the mallet in here? No, this is one of the cogs.
Herman, what's that?
Gimme. We need the snake's life. That snake must have been so fucking scared. He didn't even get to see the thing that took him. I mean, even if I were a person, that is, just fucking reached up blindly and executed him. I love how it like shows what life you have in your hands when you examine it. Okay, so the mallet is something we're gonna have to find. Because I don't remember where it is. Was it over here? God, where was it? I'm sure it can't be far. Oh, probably just in here. No, this was Margareta's diary. 5 orphans arrived today. Of course, this was in the name of our research, but I refuse to repeat the mistakes perpetrated in Rome. Yeah. We shall become their parents and teachers. I dearly hope we will all be happy together one day. Could that have been the only purpose? Just a safe place away from fairies where they could bring up some kids? Oh, yeah, it was on a chair. Yeah, I remember that. Could that have been, you know, the only desire and or the main purpose here? No, because they had the research thing, and they talked about how, like, maybe if we kill a baby, we can make a pure fairy. So not just that. I guess both of them were motivators, though. Like, both factors. And I don't see why not. I don't know why you wouldn't want to be happy as well. Oh, so each one plays a different sequence. That's the last one. I don't know which one, I don't know what the order is. That definitely feels like the last one, though. That wasn't a very good song. They all go really well into 5. Let me see if the guy left any more information on this one. Yeah, maybe you have to play Scarborough Fair. Let me check downstairs if there isn't sheet music for this. Yeah, no. I can't read this, guys. Oh, whoops. Let me see if someone, again, left information on this. Someone says 2134. There's a hint drawer underneath where the snake was. Oh, yeah? Oh, look, there is a drawer down here. Damn. Have you found any of my coins yet? In my favorite spot where music glides in on the wind. Tap 2314. Damn. That easy. I never noticed this. I wonder how many others are concealed this well, if any. That was so well hidden. And it does look out of place too, just eyeballing it. You can see that one's way more recessed. Shit. They got us. Sorry, it was 2134, right? 2314. Words are amazing if you read them. Okay, only one more left under Yulia's bed. This takes a while, bringing you back to life. You gotta be committed to it. Just gotta deposit the coin real quick so it doesn't vanish when we finish the chapter. So close, guys. Music box is back there, isn't it?
Was that the music box?
The music box.
The voice of the fairy.
I wish you got to hear the full song with the vocals. Like at the end it was really nice, but I wish you could hear more. Rosa's lighting it up here. Just like a human metronome, that girl. November. Okay, hopefully we can get the infirmary now. I don't remember exactly when we hit that point. We must be getting there.
Amazing performance, don't you think? With the fairy singing through the music box.
Yes, it was, Lawrence. I'm so glad we went with that song. Only, it made me wonder how beautiful it would have been if Yulia were here to
Yeah, this
sing
is where we
with
picked
us.
up today, isn't it? I do believe so. Yeah, this is exactly it. Ah, shit. Okay. So we gotta go. Oh, man. Oh, boy. gonna take a hot minute still. Fortunately, most of this again is skippable, so. Oh, Jesus, fuck, I fucking forgot about the bats. I can't believe they got me.
Oh, now I can see it. Yes.
Oh, their winter outfits are so
something's
cute.
moving.
I wish they would have made her
Okay.
scarf a little thicker
I'll go
there,
and see
so her
what's
chin
this.
didn't clip through.
You
I
just
saw
wait
this my
here,
first
Rosa.
playthrough, and it's a little
Really?
ugly. Otherwise, their
Sure.
costumes are so good. Oh, look, they should have cut away his hair, too. Damn. Keyblade War Hero says on the concert scene that we just passed, he feels like they're actually playing the instruments instead of fake playing like they usually do. I totally agree. Especially in the case of Rosa, where you can like watch her very carefully doing it. It's probably Rosa that gives us that impression. You know, I mean, the others, you know, they probably animated their hands correctly, like on the flute and the, was it the bassoon? I don't know about the violin or the piano. You know, I'd be willing to bet they probably did, but really Rosa's just, it's the only one that we can see, but I guess because that one's so easy to understand and observe and listen to, it gives you an overall impression, you know, that it's all accurate. I do agree with you. Like it feels cromulent. We moved so fast we get the boy to walk past us. God, she really spooked me. I'm still surprised there aren't like coins out here and stuff, you know? I guess it makes sense that they would only be in the building where Rosetta would have been.
Fire.
But at the same time, I can't help but feel like
Thank you.
that there's like just a lot of empty space around here. I think that's probably one of my
Oi! Evil fairy!
primary
Over
complaints
here!
about the game. It probably is
I'm
my
right here.
absolute primary complaint.
Take it! Whatever time I have!
The critical path and the story is really enjoyable and satisfying and well done, I think. But I do kind of wish there were more things off the beaten path. You know, even if all it was like interacting with a kid or interacting with animals or, you know, anything, I guess. Because really the only thing off the beaten path is the 8 coins. And I guess a couple interactions like shoving tissues up their noses and shit. If there was just a little more interaction with the world in non-essential ways, I think that would really add a nice layer to this game that just doesn't exist. One of the ones I definitely wanted to talk about, because I've been thinking about it a lot as we played through, is throwing objects. At the beginning I commented on how I wish I could have thrown objects. You know, now that I've played it through to the end, I don't know if that's the right thing for this game, you know? This is not a throwing objects game at all. I think throwing objects would just take away from the atmosphere, you know? But I do wish there was more interactions, even if throwing is not the right one. Look, her mittens actually just come off if you don't take them.
Stop right there, my dear. That time you've got your eye on, It belongs to those girls.
So here's the narrator
It's
again.
not for you to muck about with.
Alexis's mother, perhaps? Who's somehow following us? And that fairy has the blue thing around the eyes like Yulia had at the end of the game. But I don't know. I don't know if it's Yulia. I don't know if it's possible to say that. I don't know that it matters too much who it is again, but it's that little bit of dialogue there really makes you wonder. I gotta say, that's still pretty fucking chilling watching them vanish like that, especially those two, of all the characters. Man, what am I missing here? Oh, no, okay, you have to examine the bodies. Okay, now back to the main area. And then I guess, I think the infirmary should be open at this point. You can blitz this game pretty quick once you've done it. I mean, I guess that's the case for any visual novel or type of game like this, but I was worried it would take longer than this. I can see why the reviews for this game were all over the place, by the way. If you haven't looked into them, they are really and truly and genuinely mixed. There are reviews, I think the lowest review was a 3 on 10 and the highest review was a 9 on 10. And there is literally one for every major integer on the way. And I can see why. If you're not in the right mood, this would be really boring. Or if you're not like buying into the story or whatever, there's the coin. Right here. There it is. I personally still think something like a 3 is a little low. Just based on my tastes. But you know, I could see this not being everyone's thing. Bloodborne 2, guys. Here it is. A ring, like the friendship rings? Handmade accessory worn on the little finger of the left hand. This gift signifies the bond formed between the children despite being born of different parents in different towns. I can't place it on. What does it mean? What's the secret? Margareta. I've been saying Rosetta this whole time, haven't I? I meant Margareta. Could it have been Alexis's? Alexis seemed a bit young. Could it have been Margaretta's? Seems a bit small. Well, actually, my fingers aren't that big. Whose could it have been? What is the thing? What do you guys think? Oh, look. Oh my god, look, there's a ring interaction spot. Does it do anything? I'm so unsure and unclear. Better go back to school.
I must have dozed off.
Like, it may just be symbolic, yeah.
You fool.
I think there's a decent chance it's just symbolic,
could
but
very well be here.
instructions unclear indeed.
Dear fairy, kindest fairy.
Does it let you in the no entry door? I can check. I'll check.
Take whatever time
I'll check
I
when I
have
go.
remaining.
No, I'll check
Please,
now.
use it to spare the others from their fate.
All right, door's closed now. I was really hoping. I have no idea then. Let me Google it. Let me see if anyone knows, because maybe someone who's smarter than me knows.
Fairy.
Déraciné ring.
Of you, please help them.
Game facts. Déraciné. Let's fucking go, game facts. I do think it's liable to be nothing, but you know, I would feel remiss if we finished this stream and I immediately found out that there was something.
Such terrors,
you know?
Outside. Through the door. The forest will be our grave. Please.
No, nothing on,
So let's bring rid of that key.
nothing on game facts. It's pretty empty.
Disappearing. Aren't I? Somehow. I thought it would be much worse.
I don't know. I can't seem to find an answer anywhere.
Kind fairy.
Any of you guys have any ideas? Because maybe that's just it. Maybe. Okay, narratively, what would that mean? Let me go back to the locked safe. Because I believe she hid the coins around with the intent that the children found them, and then they would open it and they would find this ring. Does it imply that they've all done it? Does it imply...
If you've been visited by a fairy,
I still have
it's
it.
customary to provide it with a chair. If the fairy fancies the spot that it's given, it will stay for a very long time.
Let me welcome you to the school with this challenge.
Why don't we
Hidden
ask
8
everyone
coins across
where
the
they
grounds.
think the
Find them and
chair
place
should
them
go?
in. I will say that I have
Everyone
my
can think of a
suspicions about...
spot.
Yeah, okay.
Write it down, and we'll gather all the ideas together.
Well, maybe that's just it then. Maybe I'm just part of the gang now? I will say, like, you know, it's a nice symbolic gesture, but it does leave me feeling wanting, you know? It's neat, but I'm not going to pretend I wasn't hoping for something a little more substantial in there. Again, perhaps there is a use for it. Perhaps there is an application. But I have no idea. And again, we did not find the Moonlight Greatsword. That just never happened. Which is a bummer. I wonder if I keep it on the title screen. Oh no, of course you don't keep anything on the title screen. Well. Well, I guess that's Déraciné. Genuinely thoughtful story about, I suppose, using and appreciating your time. I don't know. Oh, the Moonlight Greatsword's in the no entry room? Okay. That makes sense, I suppose. I don't know why I didn't assume that much. Yeah, it's a really nice game. Not a crazy grand story. Not insanely long. I think it's like a fair length for a VR game. Just a nice little relaxing, calm visual novel-esque thing where you get to care for a bunch of kids. And I think that's nice. I feel like altogether I feel satisfied by it. Although again, I do, as nice as it is symbolically, I do feel a little underwhelmed by what was in the safe. Especially considering the difficulty of actually finding those on your own, right? I think, yeah, my number one thing is definitely I wish there were just more interactions with things. You know, I wish... Right now, you basically only get to interact with the key elements and progress yourself through the story. There aren't really any side things to do at any given point, and I think that would have been nice, and that would have been appreciated, I guess, if there was just a little more to do. Not to say like I need more content in the game for it to be worthwhile, but just to say I found the world very, again, lived in and very believable and very tangible and real feeling. And as the game went on, I just got this feeling that I wish I could interact with it more, you know. Definitely still really nice. Definitely feels like a From Software game. I really agree with that. Yeah. It would have been neat if it was Bloodborne too. Right? Oh, the Moonlight Greatsword's under Herman's hat. Of course. That just makes sense. Yeah, no, it was nice, I think. I see Hibiki Yamada in the chat saying he was big into the story and characters. He only wishes it had free movement. Yeah, that's something I've seen a lot of players express online, like the fact that it's teleporting from point to point is kind of a bummer because, you know, in a lot of VR games we've kind of grown accustomed to free movement now that we've realized that, you know, people actually can handle it. Early in VR's, like modern VR's life, it was kind of assumed that, you know, free movement makes people ill pretty quick. And it wasn't incorrect at the time, that information, because shoving a newcomer into VR with free movement will throw you up. It's only once you've used VR for a little while that you realize, like, wait, no, I can do free movement, totally. Like, you get used to it. You get your VR legs, as it were. So I've seen people express that it's a bummer that this game doesn't have any sort of free movement. And I definitely think, for the most part, you could do free movement in the game. I was talking to my girlfriend about this the other night, just discussing how it worked. And the one thing that jumped out at me was there are sections where free movement wouldn't be entirely intuitive. For example, climbing the tree or climbing out the window to the roof, and possibly some of the climbing the cliff sides in the mountains near the forest. So ultimately, you'd have to have like a dual solution where you'd have free movement and you'd also have like situational teleporting, because it would be awkward if you just like slide and then like step up onto the windowsill within a single frame, you know. That would definitely need to be thought out to come up with like an elegant solution that works well. I mean, you know, maybe that's all it is, but I don't think this was an awful solution. It was all right. I think that's one of the reasons I kind of wish there was more interactivity with the world, because like after you teleport from node to node enough, you start to kind of, or at least I start to kind of map the world out as nodes and not like actual places, you know what I mean? Like the upper library is not like a place, it's just like 8 nodes in a square or in a rectangle, you know? It's more like a grid than like an actual world. And so without having that interactivity with the world, I kind of just feel like I'm marching along a grid. Really minor quibbles, honestly. Diolofmeister puts it well in the chat. Was it groundbreaking? Nah, but I don't think that makes it bad. That's exactly it. Definitely far from groundbreaking. I don't think this game really does much of anything absolutely new, but it is just a really nice game. I just think it's quality, and they built a really nice world that you want to be a part of for as long as you're allowed to be anyway. And it is a nice story. Once you start to kind of uncover what the deal is with Yulia, it all kind of comes together really well. Just, I am wondering about, who was it who had the ring that we snatched in the river? Was it Margareta? Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Start Stop Repeat says, 3 months from now, someone will have found the spot you need to do the make contact gesture in while wearing the ring, revealing the amygdalas surrounding the school and unlocking the Bloodborne 2 trailer. Man, could you imagine you actually have to do make contact? You can do it too. Like, you have hand controls. You can use make contact in this, but I wouldn't assume it works anywhere, but they could program that in. They could make it a thing. Fuck. I hope some people are able to discover those mysteries, you know. Bloodborne, it didn't take long for people to figure out the umbilical cords. And they expressed that they had intended for that to be more of a secret than it was, you know. People found them almost immediately. I wonder if there are even more nebulous secrets hidden in this one. I don't know. The Olivemeister says, on the topic of the person in the river, I do think we're meant to think it's Margareta, but how in the world did she die as a fairy, etc.? Yeah, because she hurls herself into the river, and that's all we really know, right? So it's totally believable that it's her, but just how do you get back? You know, how's that work? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no clue. Thank you guys for tuning in to this Déraciné playthrough, which I think was an absolute treat. Definitely recommend this game. I mean, you've all seen it now, so probably no reason for you guys to play through it anymore. But I definitely recommend this game to anyone who has a VR headset and is looking for a story, because hey, that's what you fucking get. So, did you convince Matt to play The Quiet Man? I think he's gonna go for it, but with some of the recent medical going on with some of his family members. He's just really busy now, so can't say for sure right this second. Tomorrow night I'm going to be streaming White Day again at 7 p.m., which we will hopefully finish, and we will hopefully not get spooked again. They can't do it. They can't scare me again. Not after the first time. Never again. Let me just quickly refresh Streamlabs. Shoutouts today to Top Hat Moffat, Grumpiest Gill, Avagant, Heyru, and Paco the Taco for their subscriptions. Shoutouts also to Gilmerton for, I believe, her donation, if I've got that right. I need to check the message you sent me after. I sent you a whisper if you're able to check that out after the stream. Here is a small donation, and thank you again for streaming. You're very, very welcome. I will indeed check that message. I looked at it briefly before the stream, but I didn't have time to write a thing. So thank you. I do appreciate it. And shoutouts also to Neat Proxy for his or her donation. Hey dude, just a few bucks to show my thanks for all the streams and YouTube uploads. I saw on Twitter that you read Devil Drop and wondered if you ever checked out Vengeance. It's a great and unique comic that I would highly recommend. Thanks again. Googling it right now. Do I know this comic? Jesus, no, I've never seen this. Like, hang on, the first thing that comes up is Ghost Rider. That doesn't seem right. Vengeance is a fictional character appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. He was introduced as an antagonist for the Ghost Rider. No, I've never read any Ghost Rider stuff, actually. I'll look into it a little bit. I'm intrigued. He looks like a total goof. Thank you for the recommendation. Devil Drop I thought was a super cute comic. Very lewd, but very cute as well. So, yeah. Thank you very much for the donation. I'm going to be off for the evening, and I'll see some of you guys tomorrow. Again, thank you guys so much. Take care. Have a good evening. Sleep tight. Bye-bye.